When the leader of the Catholic Church dies or steps down, the world looks to the Vatican. But how is a new pope actually chosen? The process is steeped in centuries of tradition and ritual. Cardinals from around the globe gather in the Sistine Chapel for the conclave, a secretive and solemn event. They are locked in until a decision is made. The cardinals vote in multiple rounds, and a two-thirds majority is required to elect the new pope. Once chosen, the new pope is announced to the world from the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica, marking the beginning of a new chapter in the Catholic Church. When the pope passes away or resigns, the Church enters a period called sede vacante, Latin for the seat is vacant. During this time, the Catholic Church pauses major decisions. The term signifies a period of transition and reflection. The College of Cardinals gathers in Vatican City to discuss the future leadership of the Church. They meet in the Sistine Chapel, where they engage in deep discussions and prayer. The process is steeped in tradition, with the cardinals voting in secrecy. The world watches in anticipation for the signal of a new pope. When white smoke emerges from the Sistine Chapel chimney, it signifies that a new pope has been chosen, marking the end of sede vacante. Temporary power goes to the Camerlengo, a senior cardinal who manages the Vatican's day-to-day affairs, but only in limited capacity. Cardinals under the age of 80 fly to Rome to take part in the election. These men are known as the princes of the Church. Inside the Sistine Chapel, the cardinals are locked in, literally. No phones, no outside contact. This sacred process is called the conclave. Each cardinal writes a name on a secret ballot. To win, a candidate needs a two-thirds majority. After every vote, the ballots are burned. If the vote fails, black smoke rises. But once a pope is chosen, white smoke appears, and the bells of St. Peter's Basilica ring out. The new pope steps onto the balcony, greeted by the cheers of thousands gathered in St. Peter's Square. A cardinal steps forward and, with a voice filled with solemnity and joy, announces to the world, "Habemus Papam, we have a pope." The crowd erupts in applause and jubilation. This moment marks the beginning of a new chapter in the history of the Catholic Church. The faithful look up with hope and anticipation, wondering what changes and continuities this new leader will bring. As the Pope raises his hand to bless the crowd, a sense of unity and renewal fills the air. Gap-0.5s. The role of the Pope in modern times. The Pope plays a crucial role in guiding the Catholic Church through contemporary issues. From addressing global conflicts to promoting social justice, the Pope's influence extends far beyond the Vatican walls. This chapter will explore the various ways the Pope impacts the world today. Gap-0.5s. In an ever-changing world, the Pope serves as a moral compass, addressing critical issues such as climate change, poverty, and human rights. His words and actions resonate not only with Catholics but with people of all faiths and backgrounds. For many, the Pope is a symbol of hope, compassion, and unity. Gap-0.5s. Through his global travels, the Pope engages with different cultures and communities, fostering dialogue and understanding. He meets with world leaders, participates in interfaith discussions, and visits marginalized groups, emphasizing the universal values of love and peace. Gap-0.5s. The Pope's encyclicals and public statements often set the tone for the Church's stance on contemporary issues. His calls for environmental stewardship, social justice, and economic fairness inspire millions to take action in their own lives. Gap-0.5s. In the digital age, the Pope also leverages social media to reach a broader audience, spreading messages of faith, hope, and charity to millions around the globe. His presence on platforms like Twitter and Instagram allows him to connect with people in real time, breaking down barriers and fostering a sense of global community. Gap-0.5s. As we reflect on the new Pope's first moments, we are reminded of the profound impact he can have on the world. His leadership will shape not only the future of the Catholic Church, but also the broader human community, guiding us towards a more just and compassionate world. The process of electing a new Pope has evolved over centuries. This chapter will delve into the historical changes and significant moments that have shaped the current conclave process. Gap-0.5s. The early Church saw popes chosen by acclamation or by the clergy and people of Rome. However, as the Church grew, so did the need for a more structured election process. Gap-0.5s. In the 11th century, Pope Nicholas II established the College of Cardinals as the body responsible for electing the Pope, a practice that continues to this day. Over time, various popes introduced reforms to ensure the integrity and confidentiality of the election process. gap-0.5s. One significant change came in 1274 during the Second Council of Lyon, where Pope Gregory X introduced the conclave system. Cardinals were to be locked in seclusion until a new pope was chosen, a tradition that underscores the solemnity and importance of the decision. Gap-0.5s. The use of the smoke signal, introduced in the 20th century, became a way for the world to know the outcome of the voting. White smoke signifies the election of a new pope, while black smoke indicates that no decision has been reached. Gap-0.5s. Throughout history, the conclave has been shaped by political, social, and theological influences. Despite these challenges, the process remains a testament to the Church's commitment to continuity and tradition. Gap-0.5s. As we look back at the history of papal elections, we gain a deeper understanding of the significance and solemnity of this sacred tradition. Each conclave is a moment of profound transformation, not just for the Catholic Church but for the entire world. When a new pope is chosen, one of his first acts is to select a papal name. This choice is far from arbitrary. It carries deep significance and symbolism. Gap-0.5s. The tradition of adopting a new name began in the 6th century with Pope John II, who believed his birth name, Mercurius, was inappropriate, as it was derived from a pagan god. Since then, the chosen name often reflects the new pope's vision, mission, or the legacy he wishes to honor. For example, Pope John Paul II chose his name to honor his immediate predecessors John III and Paul VI, signaling a continuity of their reforms and visions. Pope Francis selected his name in homage to Saint Francis of Assisi, symbolizing a commitment to humility, poverty, and care for creation. The papal name can also serve as a signal to the faithful and the world about the direction the new pope intends to take the Church. Each name carries with it the weight of history and the hopes for the future, making this tradition a profound aspect of the papal election process. Understanding the significance of the papal name helps us appreciate the depth of thought and prayer that goes into every aspect of selecting a new pope. Once a new pope is elected and has chosen his papal name, he is introduced to the world from the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica. This moment is known as the Urbi et Orbi address, which translates to the city and to the world. It is the Pope's first opportunity to speak directly to the faithful and the global community. This address is significant because it sets the tone for the new papacy. For example, Pope John Paul II's first words, "Be not afraid," became a defining theme of his pontificate, inspiring courage and hope during tumultuous times. Similarly, Pope Benedict XVI's first address emphasized his commitment to unity and the continuation of his predecessor's legacy. Perhaps most memorable in recent history, Pope Francis began his papacy with a humble request for the people to pray for him before he gave his blessing. This simple act of humility resonated deeply with millions and signaled a new era focused on simplicity, compassion, and service. These first addresses are more than just speeches. They are pivotal moments that provide insight into the new pope's priorities and vision for the Church. They offer a glimpse into how he intends to lead and inspire the Catholic community and the world at large. Understanding the impact of these addresses helps us appreciate the profound responsibility and influence carried by the Pope from the very first moment of his papacy. Beyond the public eye, the Pope has a daily routine filled with prayer, meetings, and personal time. The day typically begins early, often before sunrise, with private prayers and meditation. This sacred time allows the Pope to center himself and seek guidance for the day ahead. After the morning prayers, the Pope celebrates Mass, often with a small group such as Vatican staff or visiting dignitaries. This daily Mass is a cornerstone of the Pope's spiritual practice, reinforcing his connection with God and the community he serves. Following Mass, the Pope's schedule can vary widely. He may have meetings with heads of state, religious leaders, or representatives from various organizations. These meetings are crucial for fostering dialogue and cooperation on global issues, from peace and justice to environmental stewardship. Lunchtime provides a brief respite, usually taken in the Pope's private quarters. This time is often spent in quiet reflection or reading, allowing him to recharge for the afternoon's activities. The afternoon may include more meetings, audiences with pilgrims and visitors, and administrative work. The Pope also dedicates time to writing and preparing speeches or documents that address pressing issues facing the Church and the world. Evening prayers mark the end of the official day, but the Pope's duties are never truly done. He continues to pray for the Church and the world, seeking wisdom and strength to fulfill his role as the spiritual leader of over 1 billion Catholics. Understanding the Pope's daily life offers a unique perspective on the immense responsibilities and profound dedication required to lead the Catholic Church. It's a life of service, devotion, and unwavering commitment to faith and humanity. While the Pope's daily life is deeply rooted in spiritual practices, the Vatican plays a crucial role on the global stage as a significant player in international diplomacy. The Vatican, often considered the smallest independent state in the world, wields considerable influence in global affairs, far beyond its physical size. The Holy See maintains diplomatic relations with over 180 countries, acting as a moral and ethical voice in international politics. These relationships are managed through the Vatican's extensive network of diplomatic missions, known as nunciatures, which are akin to embassies. The Vatican's diplomats, called nuncios, work tirelessly to represent the Pope and the Catholic Church's interests around the world, promoting peace, justice, and humanitarian efforts. One of the Vatican's most notable diplomatic roles is its advocacy for global peace. The Holy See often mediates conflicts, encourages dialogue between disputing nations, and supports disarmament efforts. For instance, the Vatican played a pivotal role in the thawing of relations between the United States and Cuba, demonstrating its ability to influence significant geopolitical shifts. The Vatican also addresses global challenges such as poverty, migration, and climate change. Through encyclicals, statements, and direct involvement in international conferences, the Pope and the Vatican advocate for policies that protect the vulnerable and promote sustainable development. Pope Francis's encyclical Laudato Si', which calls for urgent action on environmental issues, has resonated worldwide, influencing both religious and secular leaders. Moreover, the Vatican's commitment to interfaith dialogue fosters mutual understanding and cooperation among different religious communities. By engaging with leaders of various faiths, the Vatican aims to build bridges and promote a culture of peace and respect. In essence, the Vatican's diplomatic efforts reflect its mission to uphold human dignity, foster global solidarity, and contribute to a just and peaceful world. This unique blend of spiritual leadership and diplomatic engagement underscores the Vatican's enduring influence in shaping global affairs. As we delve deeper into the multifaceted role of the Pope and the Vatican, we gain a richer understanding of their impact, not just within the Church, but across the entire world. As the world changes, so does the role of the Pope. The 21st century presents both challenges and opportunities for the papacy. In an era defined by rapid technological advancement, shifting geopolitical landscapes, and evolving social norms, the Pope's influence must adapt to stay relevant. One of the primary challenges is addressing the decline in religious affiliation, particularly in Western countries. The Church is tasked with finding innovative ways to engage with younger generations who may feel disconnected from traditional religious practices. This might include leveraging digital platforms, embracing social media, and fostering community through virtual spaces. Another significant challenge is navigating the complex issues of social justice and human rights. The Pope must continue to speak out against inequality, poverty, and injustice, while also addressing contemporary issues such as gender equality and LGBTQ+ rights. Balancing tradition with progressive values will be crucial in maintaining the Church's moral authority. On the global stage, the papacy will continue to play a vital role in diplomacy and peace-building. As conflicts and humanitarian crises emerge, the Pope's voice will be essential in advocating for peace, reconciliation, and support for the most vulnerable populations. The Vatican's commitment to environmental stewardship will also be critical, with ongoing efforts to combat climate change and promote sustainable development. The future of the papacy also holds opportunities for greater interfaith dialogue and cooperation. By building stronger relationships with leaders of other religious traditions, the Pope can foster a more inclusive and harmonious global community. Ultimately, the papacy in the 21st century will be defined by its ability to adapt and respond to the evolving needs of the world while remaining true to its spiritual mission. The Pope's leadership will continue to inspire millions, guiding the Catholic Church through the complexities of the modern age and into the future. Join us as we explore these themes and more, diving into the rich history and enduring significance of the papacy. Fascinated by tradition and mystery? Subscribe now for more deep dives into the world's most powerful moments. Fascinated by tradition and mystery? Subscribe now for more deep dives into the world's most powerful moments.